Alleged attacks and violent intimidation. The men are all free this evening after the jury found them not guilty. KITV4's Paul Drews has this report new at 10.
What are you doing? You gotta...
Terrified.
They were accused of being a part of the violence behind the Shack Waikiki with threats and assaults. But two of the three men accused say they were the ones who have been hurt.
I couldn't be with my family. I couldn't see my cousin. I couldn't be with my nephews. We lost everything.
2 years ago, extortion charges were filed against Curtis Swanson, Tori Winward, and Jesse Yoshino. They had to fight for their freedom, even though they weren't even free to fight.
They said we're a danger to society. They want to give us bail. They denied us bail.
Winward worked as the head of security at the Shack. He's accused of intimidating other owners to giving up their shares of the business to him. Federal prosecutors had records of phone calls where defendants demanded money or threatened to hurt other operators, even video of attacks. But after a day and a half of deliberations, the jury came back with not guilty verdicts on all the charges.
They're talking about organized crime, they're talking about corruption. It's a bunch of nothing. It was nothing. And it turned out the jury understood this was nothing.
While attorneys for the three men say the jury reached the right verdict, they also say this case should never have been in federal court. They say their clients should have been tried in a regular courtroom for just misdemeanor charges.
Harassment, terroristic threatening, assault at the worst. And I'm talking about misdemeanor assault. I'm not talking about a felony case. And they bring it as this huge racketeering case in federal court.
The men say while they're free now, because of all the publicity over the alleged assaults and violence, their reputations have taken a beating.
How do I get those 2 years back? How do I get the credibility? How do I get that back?
Paul Drews, KITV4 News.
The attorney for a man